Channel 5.
And I love.
Hello? Are you pooping?
In the rednecks, all of them spinning round and round. Round and round and round we go and round and around we go and round and round we go and round and around we go.
Celestial, astronomical, stupendously fantastical. Oh, so few words can capture the radiance of Sally Starlet.
You look quite divine tonight, here among these vibrant lights, pure delight.
Du chagrin, affaibli par la page, souris malheureux, volant ton chemin, tout ça car je peux, car rien ne gratuit.
You're calling Howdy's Place, the home of everything you need and everything you don't. Howdy Pillar, at your service.
Your hair smells different than it used to.
That's actually really creepy.
I'm creepy. I want to die, so I'm going home.
So mean to me sometimes.
I'm not mean to you, you're just dumb.
He's kind of mean to me sometimes. And he says, dumb idiot. And I look at myself in the mirror and I say, dumb idiot. You're why I'm insecure.
Uh-huh. What's...
When marimba rhythm starts to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs this shore, hold me close, sway me more.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you.
Oh my god!
I wish I were a bird.
Pesky bee.
I tried to get the waiter's attention by blinking in Morse code.
Why are you blinking so much?
I've got something in my eye.
Here, let me get it out.
No, thank you. I don't want to die. Bonjour, sir was blinking at me. Is this because your date is a freak? No. Very good then. Bon appetit.
Pills, bruh. Excuse me, sir. There must be someone you've confused me for. If I could see someone new me or someone in uniform, I know it's yourself, Sunday. Julie, usually more. Screaming at the angels while they pushed them through the door. Excuse me, sir. There must be someone you've confused me.
I'm a crazy weirdo and I'm calling you. I've really got nothing better to do. I dial up your number and I let the phone ring. Then 2 minutes later I'll be doing it again. You might think that I'd move it along, but you would be wrong. I've got no life at all, and so I'll continue to call. I'm a crazy weirdo and I'm calling you.
But what'll I do? What an unusual view. I can stand the sight of worms and look at microscopic germs, but technicolor pachyderms is really too much for me. I am not the type to faint when things are odd or things are quaint, but seeing things you know that ain't can certainly give you a awful fright.
Alright, neighbor. That was my entire home. I hope you liked the tour. That was really expensive. So was that. Ha, 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 ha. Get out of my house, neighbor. Now!
お前はもう死んでいる。
With golden hair greets her kingdom and asserts herself as the new queen of her domain.
As queen of this land, my first decree is to make hopscotch mandatory every day. 2 pebbles, all the way up to 20. No, 30 spaces.
Hopscotch? That's not in the script.
My second decree is filling our moat with scrumptious brainberry ice cream. Up to the top, enough for all the citizens to enjoy.
Brainberry? What is brain? Juliet Joyful!
For my third decree...
Julie!
Sally!
Those are not words! You've gone so far off the script that I'm not sure where we are anymore.
That's the most.
How about we all play a game? I just thought of a new one. All we'll need is a polo steak, a bowl of pasta, and a pair of roller skates.
Celestial. Astronomical. Stupendously fantastical. Oh, so few words can capture the radiance of Sally Starlet. Oh my, I'm such a featherfingers.
I tell you, I fold my letters flatter than a fritter, and when it comes to friendship, I always deliver.
Howdy do, fellas. Can't let me share my wares.
What do you call a beagle with no ears? Nothing. He can't hear you anyway.
Frankly, I don't think there's anything wrong with being frank.
Welcome Home Puppet Part 7. It's time to do the roof, so we're going to start by gluing this seam together with contact cement. And we're going to cut out the hole for the chimney. So that's the roof so far, and we're going to cover it in blue fleece. That's glued on, and now we're going to make the chimney. That's just EVA foam glued together. And we're sewing up a cover for it. I glued down the yellow fleece and did a black fleece lining on the inside, and we're going to hand sew on this red detailing. We are so close to being finished, it's now time to glue the roof on. And I got a brand new container of glue. I've marked out where the glue is allowed to go to before it becomes visible with these pins. And the roof and the chimney are now glued on. I'm just going to touch up the edges of the fleece in here with some fabric paint. But with that, home is finished. I'll do a video of me operating him as a puppet, not today. And I'm currently in the middle of editing his YouTube video. And once both of those are done, we can get started on that plush trap.
Hello? 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 Ha 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 ha. I'm only kidding. I know you're there. Did you like my joke? I think you were going to say yes. Ha 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 ha. It's hard to hear you think through this funny phone. Very fuzzy. A little like me. Speaking of, do you know who I am?
Just take it from me, I'm just as free as any daughter. I do what I like, just what I like and how I love it. I'm right here to stay when I'm old and grey. I'll be right in my prime, living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Just take it from me, I'm just as free as any daughter. I do what I like, just what I like and how I love it. I'm right here to stay when I'm old and grey. I'll be right in my prime, living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful
The Welcome Home characters, Rage Room edition. So who suggests we go to a rage room? My prediction? He actually wanted to go for themselves. Let's solve that mystery right now. Who's the reason Frank suggests we go to a rage room? Howdy! Oh my god, this is just making too much sense. Who doesn't really need to rage, but they're gonna go anyway? Canon. Okay, so we've got a selection of tools we can use to fuck shit up. Who grabs an aluminum bat? Drop the bat, Wally. Who grabs a crowbar? Oh boy, Frank's got the crowbar. Who grabs the golf club? Sally's about to fuck shit up. And who grabs the hammer? Julie? Julie, what are you doing here? I cannot imagine Julie in a rage room. She's Julie Joyful, for crying out loud. Who immediately starts destroying the glass and the ceramics? Howdy. Yep, Howdy needed this. Who takes their rage out on something like an old printer? Howdy's just fucking all the shit up. Who goes absolutely feral and destroys everything in their wake? Frank. Frank absolutely needed this. Who ends up crying during their rage room session? Oh, poor Howdy. I can see it though. And who cries after their rage room session? I didn't know Eddie was here, but I think Eddie's mostly crying because he's never seen Frank like that.
The Welcome Home characters, but they go to the movies. Okay, who's paying for the movie? Would he, though? Who's really paying for the movie? Yeah, makes sense. Who picked the movie that they're all going to see? She probably is going to see the fucking Mario movie or something. Which, I mean, based, but yeah. Who's smuggling snacks into the theater? You know, that's on character. He literally owns a store. Like, who laughs way too fucking loud during the movie? Yeah, I can see. Who has to go to the bathroom like 5 times during the movie and misses key plot points? Yeah, I can see that. Who has seen the movie before and they're trying their fucking hardest not to spoil it for everyone else? That doesn't seem like him, though. Who's really not trying to spoil? Yeah. I already saw the Mario movie. I just want you all to see it. That's what she'd be like. Who keeps refilling their popcorn because they eat it way too fast before the movie? Julie is just having the time of her life. Who loudly farts in the movie theater? Yeah. And then she'll pretend it's someone else. Who claps loudly at the end of the movie? Yeah. She's literally a performer. Of course she's going to applaud the fucking artistry of the actors and shit. Who drives everyone home? Yeah. Yeah, Eddie would, like, get his fucking mail truck and be like, get in, losers, we're going home! Who brought one of those Slurpee things home from the movie theater? Yeah, he'll get, like, a fucking green apple one, and he'll just be sitting in the fucking car slurping extremely loud. Who had the most fun, though? We need to know. Oh my god, Poppy! Of course she had the most fun. She could just sit there and watch a lovely movie with her friend. On the opposite end, who fucking hated the movie?
Well, I'm gonna tell you all about me on how these dumbasses got into a history museum. I thought it would be cool, but now I regret it. Who was the one to convince everyone to come to the museum in the first place? Okay, what 2 people want to go on the tour with the tour guide? Okay, that's pretty canon. Who's the second person? Aw, that's actually adorable. There was a 3rd person who was joining them and then they got lost. No, he got bored. Who speeds through every exhibit? Like, they look at it for 5 seconds and they're good. Who's the exact opposite? Will stay and look at an exhibit for hours. How did you get bored? He's a man with very specific tastes. Who gets lost and has to find a security guard to help him find their friends? Oh, Frank, come get your husband. Who's listening to one of those audio things that tells them about the exhibit they're looking at? Oh my god, that's so canon. Who is taking photos of everything? Even the things where the security guards are like, you can't take photos of this, ma'am. She said, I don't care. I believed in you, Julie. Who gets kicked out of the museum for trying to steal an exhibit? You were the one who wanted to go. Who's the one that ends up buying everyone tickets? Oh, that was nice of him. Who's in that, like, 4D movie theater that some museums have? Who spends all their time in the gift shop? And who spends their time in the cafeteria? Because I know some museums have cafeterias. Oh my lord. He stopped stealing from Howdy's store and now he's stealing from the cafeteria at the museum. There's a car. Sorry, you know I have to do that every time to assert dominance. Who finds a lost kid in the museum and decides to take the kid back to their parents? Oh! Who hates the 4D movie theater because it's trippy? Boy, you stare at everyone. You have no room to talk. Who really just came with everyone because they were asked to come, but they didn't actually want to be there? Frank's like, I already know everything. Why do I need to be here? Plot twist, that audio he's listening to is actually an audiobook. Which reminds me of today's sponsor, audible.com. I'm just kidding, but imagine. I got you! Who takes a map to get around the place, but still ends up getting lost? Who finds Frank? SpongeBob and Squidward, anyone? Who somehow gets into restricted areas that they're not allowed to be in. She was just trying to help the kid find her parents and man, she ended up in the basement somehow. Who has to sit most of the time because their feet hurt from walking? He's got 4 of them too, so you know it's a pain. Who wanted to bring you, the Watcher? Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense because she invited everyone. Someone snuck what? Somebody snuck snacks into the museum. Who was it? Of course he did. That's why he's sitting, because he can sneak eating all them snacks. That's a tongue twister. Who snuck snacks? Oh, no it's not. I'm just stupid. Late in the day and I should be eating, but Welcome Home characters go to Disneyland, and it's a little weird that Wally showed up. What do you know? I've never been to Disney World or anything, so if I get some of these wrong or they don't make sense, now you know why. Who bought, like, the premium Disney pass? You can cut in line! Who is Eddie's +1 for the premium? They're gonna have so much fun. Who has the poor people passes? That's why she's his +1. My hair is being annoying. Who's only there for the rides? The scary ones. Okay. This episode was brought to you by Sally. Are there scary rides at Disney World? Who goes on the very controversial rides that have a lot of lore? And yeah. Who's too short to ride any of the rides? Yes! When I tell you guys I was hoping I was gonna get Wally. Who only gets on the kid rides? A woman after my own heart. Who isn't even going on any of the rides, they're just eating food. Yeah, there for the food. He just like me for real. I'm gonna have to look up some things. I don't know anything else about Disney World. Who fails to pull out a Excalibur sword? Yeah. He's like, it's impossible, this is rigged. Who succeeds at pulling out the sword? Very canon. She's probably like, see Frank, it's easy, and then just yoinkers. Who is buying so much merchandise that they're bankrupt? My mans can afford the premium tickets and the merch. Wally? This person won't stop singing everywhere they go. They think they are a Disney prince. More like a Disney villain. He's gonna poison one of Wally's apples. There's the Disney princess. Who works at Disney? That's why she was able to get the sword. That's why everyone was able to come to Disney. Julie's a real one. Who almost breaks one of the rides by being a dumbass? Very canon. Who dresses up for going to Disney World? He would. He's a very pretty boy. Wait, I shouldn't patronize him. He's a pretty man. Who is filming everything? Oh, proud mama. Who spends all their time in their hotel room because they just think it's really cool. But how is she filming everything if she's in her hotel room? She's like FaceTiming everyone and she's in Disney World. Is there a water park at Disney World? I feel like there is. If there is, who goes to the water park? Howdy, man, he is having the time of his life. Who goes on the most famous rides that you see on TikTok or whatever? Oh my god, Howdy needed this vacation. He's been working too many hours at the shop.
That's all I got, bye!
Won't you answer me, neighbor? Why can't I hear you? You know me. You do. Please open. Let me in. Hello? 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 Ha, ha, ha. I'm only kidding. I know you're there. Did you like my joke? I think you were going to say yes. Ha, ha, ha. You know, it is hard to hear you think through this funny phone of mine. It is as though you aren't speaking at all. Maybe it is just a little fuzzy, like me. Speaking of, do you know who I am? Oh, no. Well, that's not neighborly at all. We've never met before. But don't worry, even though you and I haven't spoken before. I've seen you every time you have looked into my eyes. I want to know, what did you see? I hope you saw a friend, but I'm not sure you saw a name. Stand still. Let's start over. Ring, 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 click. Hi, I'm Wally. I'm so happy to finally meet you. I think you're the absolute most. Uh-oh, I have to go now. Everyone is probably thinking about that strange phone call. It is funny to think about. Ha ha ha. Don't worry though, neighbor. It will be a little joke between you and me. You have to go too. You have work to do. Remember, until you hear me again, keep your smile merry and always know that I love you very much. Goodbye.